now. All right. Sorry, first time little tweaks because I wasn't sure if I had a couple of settings set there. So yeah. Good evening. Good evening again. So this is Tom from Blacktoe Studio, and I'm joined by Dom from Blacktoe Studio. So
Hello.
good evening, everyone. Good evening. Hope everyone is doing well on this fine evening. So welcome to our first live stream.
Woohoo!
Yeah. Yeah, cheers everyone.
Is so yeah, the first live stream, Tom. We get to
Indeed.
talk to some lovely people. Hopefully, are watching or can come
Yeah.
in and out. And
Yeah. Obviously, if you are watching us live and you feel like dropping a couple of questions or to say hi, just drop them in. We'll shout you out as well, obviously. And we'll see what we come up with tonight. Obviously. So anyway, the other things that we're doing tonight is, as usual, as we are hobbying because it's turned into a bit of a habit now. Which is not a bad thing, I suppose.
no, hobbying is good. Make the best of a dire situation,
Yeah.
and let's do some hobbying. So, Tom, what are you going to be working on tonight?
Well, I finished pretty much 10 Sisters of Battle the other day, and I thought, why not? Why break the habit? Let's carry on. So I've started doing my Retributor squad now. So I've got 5 in front of me here. I'm just doing some red, white, and silver at the moment to get
Oh, cool.
the
What are
basics
your
done.
retributors armed with?
At the moment, I am planning to do 4 multi-melters and 4 heavy flamers, but this particular squad, because of the way the kit is, has 2 multi-melters and 2 heavy flamers, because they tend to give you 2s rather than a full set of 4 in the kit. So, but it just means I've got to buy another kit.
Nice, good times.
Yeah, and how about yourself, mate?
Well, Tom, this wouldn't be a sit and chat if I wasn't working on one or two things. One, being a rhino.
Yeah.
2, being a bundle of blood letters.
You're still working on a rhino? I thought you finished them.
No, I finished Rhino now. The Rhino is finished. Now it's a
Oh,
bundle
okay.
of blood letters. I have got an abundance of them. I have currently got, with red on them, how many have I got here? 10, 15, 18 that are redded up. And I'm still got a box full of them.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah, I'm regretting my decision to originally paint 20 blood letters to pop that up to 30 blood letters.
But as I said, it's clearly a challenge.
It is definitely a challenge. I set these challenges for my 83rd Warhost, and almost instantly after uploading the video, regret most of those decisions. Yeah, 30 blood letters. That can't be repetitive.
No, not at all. I mean, I must admit the Sisters of Battle stuff is still quite new to me at the moment, so it feels quite nice to paint because the models just feel bit new and different to what I've been doing recently. So, of course, also if you just look behind me over here, I've got a table of this Tau stuff as well. I say Tau stuff. Tau's been a very interesting army for me in the grounds. I've never really had an interest in actually playing it, but now I'm doing an army with Vicky. So,
Yeah.
But at least it's different.
Yeah. Sometimes you need to break it up and do something a little bit different. For instance, most of my armies at the moment are, most of the things I paint, not most of the armies, most of the things I paint are red.
Yes.
So it's quite nice when I get around to doing some Necrons or doing some Guard, when I can actually paint a different colour.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the, I mean, to be fair, that's one of the reasons I did the red scorpions in the end, because a bit of yellow as well. Slightly different colour schemes, slightly a bit different to what I was normally doing. And Sister Battle gone on some proper white colours as well. So
nice.
Yeah, looking forward to sort of fielding the full army. Actually, I must admit, I do have quite a ways to go on it though. I've got to pick up some vehicles. Would be a good idea. I did do a test game with them again on one of our lads nights on a Monday, and it didn't go very well when they were all on foot. To be fair.
No, not at all. It's I think one of those things though, isn't it? Like for instance, your Night Lords, you haven't got many mounted things at the moment.
No, I do feel I either need more vehicles or more transports. I think is the the way I'm looking at it. I mean, I do have my nice my flyer, which I do
Hmm.
like, but it's a very expensive model just to transport some troops.
Yeah. So, for instance, if you go against your, I don't know, your spouse, for instance, who has a gunline army,
I don't know what you're talking about.
probably going to be a bit painful for your old Night Lords.
No, not probably. It is.
Yeah.
It
Yeah, I was
is.
trying to be polite, but yeah, it's
Although I
definitely.
must admit, the last game I did win. However, that was not pure Night Lords. That was um, that was some Nurgle backup for them, which did actually assist because they kind of did most of the legwork really. Um, yeah, but we as with all new armies, it takes a little while to get the collection padded out.
Yeah.
And sort of workable as a decent lists when you're running a pure list anyway. I mean, I know a lot of people run multi lists, which is fair enough. Because it's quite a nice thing to do, especially if you play something like Chaos or something. Because you can pull in a lot. You can actually pull from quite a lot of different places when you play Chaos, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's the pro of Chaos and Imperium, really, that you've got those options. But Xeno army, Orcs, you haven't really got much of a choice at the moment. It's Orcs or Orcs. It's sad.
I don't think we'll be seeing a a Tau Orc kind of.
I don't know. Maybe there's that option.
Well, I don't know if they've got a shared keyword. Filthy.
Who
Xeno.
knows? At some
Is that
point
one?
they might do. You never know. You never know. Don't never say never.
No.
So, who is in the chat at the moment? Have we got anyone who wants to say hello and
anyone there?
raise their head above the parapet?
Don't be shy. We're both very friendly people most of the time.
Yeah.
But hopefully a couple of people might drop in a couple of hellos. But if not, don't worry, because we're just going to ramble as we normally do. As many of you have probably hopefully watched some of our sit and chats anyway. We tend to sort of just go off on tangents, really.
Sometimes we're our own best company, really, aren't we? We just chat away and there's no tomorrow.
I mean, however, although we are obviously people may have noticed we put up a video. I think Don put up a video the other day about was it Faction Fridays? I think we're calling it.
Faction Friday. Friday.
So as a kind of a way of a live announcement on this particular stream for Friday, it's not going to be live stream, but we're going to pre-record it because there's quite a lot of stuff we've got to put together for it, and we don't really want to be
doing research and
straight away. Yeah, I mean, maybe we could do like a Q&A after it or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
could be interesting. But I think we found that Orcs have won, didn't we?
Yes,
I think that
we have picked the boys.
So on Friday we will be doing. Well, actually on Thursday we're going to record it, but for Friday for the release we'll be doing hopefully about an hour. We reckon about an hour, roughly.
Yeah,
thinking on Orc factions. So we picked a couple of factions each to do. We won't tell you what they are because we don't want to spoil the video.
Hopefully Tom will give us the pleasure of his posh wah.
My posh wah. Oh, wah.
Yeah.
Oh dear, I haven't done that for a while. I can never do a proper full blown wah because my voice just doesn't lend itself to that style of I don't know. Maybe it would do if I got more drunk. Or maybe it gets worse.
I think you need another Orc player next to you to encourage you, Tom. I think you give it stage right.
Yeah. No, that would be probably not a bad shout. But what would be quite nice if I could just have any other player next to me at the moment would be good. I might add. I mean, it'd be nice to have some other people to play. So
we won't tell your fiance about wanting to play other people.
Well, she is watching in the other room, and so she'll probably come in and hit me in a minute. But obviously, what I was implying was, having a variation of opponents is preferable. Don't read between the lines because that's just wrong in your head. See, Dom just likes to dig me into holes that I can't get out of because he's so nice like that.
I just throw you a shovel. There you go, Tom.
Here you go.
Carry on.
Keep going, and I will.
Yeah. Oh, you missed a bit.
I have a reputation for digging very deep. I can talk myself out of this one.
Poor Vicky.
Oh, well, bless her. So she's currently watching this on the telly in the front room, which is very nice of her to put up with our company for an hour. I mean, she has to live with me, for God's sake. I mean, I suppose at least you're a bit different.
Yeah, we're family.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all good. It's all good in the hood. Oh, hello, Mr. David Holland.
Ah, hello, Dave. Good to see you. Good to hear from you. Hope you're doing well, my friend.
Hopefully, doing a bit of hobby.
Yeah, I'm sure he's got his paintbrushes out. I like to think that people watching have got their paintbrushes out and just listening to us as a way of background noise, because of our very highly researched script is riveting.
He's definitely doing hobby. I know Dave. He's painting away, getting another squad of Marines out and painting like a crazy person.
Yes. Well, hopefully we'll see some Space Force soon. Be good.
Yeah. Fingers crossed.
Oh, hello. There we go. So, what else we got coming up on the channel, Don? We got anything else interesting happening?
Well, we've got another Codex review coming up soon.
Oh,
another retro Codex review. In fact, let me tell you a little story about my hello Vix. Let me tell you a little story about my Codex review. So I put it up on Facebook earlier. Some of you may have seen it, and shared it in a Chaos group. And one of the people who liked it was the great Andy Chambers.
Oh, really?
So the actual author of the Codex.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
So yeah, no, I was really chuffed with that. I was chatting to him, and he was saying he actually won an award for that Codex outside of Games Workshop. So yeah, well done, Mr. Chambers. If you haven't watched the review, you will see how good that Codex is and how much it deserves an award.
Yeah, I'm quite tempted to maybe crack out the my old Templar Codex, the last one that they did. Obviously, when they had their own one. Might be quite interesting to go through that. Bit of nostalgia. Cause,
yeah, definitely.
It was I remember those times quite fondly. Actually, when you had to pick your vow and all this kind of stuff, it was quite. I mean, obviously, typically, I think there was only one vow that most people picked. Because
the one about charging if you lost someone. Was that a special rule?
No, that was just our rule. We had that was when we lost someone, you could move forward. But I remember the one that which always sounded nice, which was like suffer the unclean to live, which was +1 to strength, but you had -1 initiative back in the day. That sounds nice, but when you used to play initiative rules, it wasn't very nice. It normally meant you died. Which I think it might. No, do you know what? No, it was actually you hit last. Actually, I think it was. I don't think it was actually initiative. I think it was just you just went last. But
I was going to say, back in the day, you had the I think the Black Templars first appeared in the Armageddon Codex.
Yeah, see, I wasn't into that then, but
no. But what you had in the Codex, you had them and Salamanders.
Yes.
And Salamanders actually had a -1 initiative on their general stat line.
Ah.
They were a little bit slower.
More caring, more empathy. They
more
had to think
caring.
about things.
Yeah.
It's like when the humans are in front of them, they're like, "Oh, should we shoot?"
Yeah.
The Templars like, "What was that?"
Yeah. Did someone say something? All I see is red mist, brother.
Red mist, brother. Chainsaws go.
Yeah. Brother.
Oh dear. Good old brother Steve. Oh dear. No. So I had fond memories of that Codex. I must admit, I'd love to go back and just play it again, but it's not as easy to sort of convert into 8th edition, I think.
Yeah, well, I said Black Templars are still in a good place where they've got
it's like the Faith and Fury
units, characters, stratagems, like a lot of armies. Not being bitter at all, but a lot of armies. I'm not going to mention one, but it begins with K and has Eos. A lot of the legions there don't have any
No.
specialist units or characters.
No, I do understand, mate. And as I play Night Lords now as well, I do understand it. So,
Yeah, you have nothing.
I mean, hopefully.
But other armies, of course, have suffered the same issue as well.
Yeah.
So it's not just chaos.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully
The orcs
Demon
suffer a
King
lot
will
from
come
that.
back. Khorne Demon King will come back as a kind of a standalone thing, because obviously it seems to be what they're doing with those mono codexes. They seem to be sort of creeping back, because obviously Tzeentch and Nurgle both have their own one. So I would be surprised if Khorne didn't get one.
Yeah, it'd be quite nice if World Eater's got their own codex.
Yeah.
Yes.
But what
I
would
think
be
we were saying the other day, it'd be quite nice with like Beastmen cultists or something.
Oh yeah, that would be quite. Yeah, it's a nice idea because it gives a bit more variation to your kind of army and sort of.
I don't know what Slaanesh would have as cultists.
Oh dear.
I mean, if someone wants to comment in the live chat what Slaanesh should have as cultists,
yeah,
feel free.
please enlighten us, and we'll decide whether we should read it out or not. But obviously, the other good news I heard today was that apparently Games Workshop is opening up some warehouses this week.
Yes. Yeah, definitely.
So hopefully we can get the hobby supplies flowing again soon. Although I must admit, if I'm taking honest, it's been quite nice just concentrating on what I own. Don't know about for you,
yes.
Because I've actually been working through a lot of stuff that I've had sitting around and sort of gradually whittling through it. And I've actually kind of said to myself that I'm going to try and finish the majority of the stuff I've got before I actually purchase anything new, because I'm starting to see a lot of progress in my armies, which has been quite nice.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, same here, really, to be honest, mate. It'd be quite nice to work through this bundle or a murder of crows. I'm going to call it a murder of bloodletters. A murder of bloodletters. Get work from a murder of bloodletters. Get them out of my cupboard. Put them into my trays. And then I've got so many chaos demons to work through. It'd be quite nice to kind of do those and not worry about them anymore.
Yeah, no, that makes.
Get to field them in a game without them going, oh, sidetrack. Oh, something flashing new. Ooh, new Catachan model. Ooh, I'll go and buy them.
I was going to say, but not for Khorne. I mean, they won't get anything new. No, don't worry about that, mate.
We will.
One day.
Get some nice new Primaris Chaos Marines.
Well, I mean, what do you think about all that? About the Custode thing? I mean, that was quite interesting.
Well, why the Imperium struggles, isn't it, really? You're too busy fighting yourself.
Well, I mean, a lot of people's obviously, I think, quite interested in that particular thing about how they sort of just said, no, you're done, mate.
Yeah, like guilt for association, isn't it, really, in that story? Yeah. It was like, yeah. But we haven't even done anything yet, no. Same name.
You said yet.
We haven't even met them. Nope, same name. Sorry.
Same name. You clearly
Firing line.
But that is the Imperium all over, in my opinion. So it didn't strike me as particularly odd. If I'm really honest, I mean, I could see it happening, even if it doesn't seem right. Mainly because I just think that's they guard that particular. They don't like any form of heretic or traitor. It's quite a touchy topic for them. The old Imperium. I can't think why. I mean, it's like something major happened, thousands of years ago.
I don't worry about
in
that.
The law.
Rumor. Talking of which, have you started on your Horus Heresy audio novels?
No. That is. I'm probably going to try and listen to them in the car. Actually, that is my current plan of action. Because I've just picked up, obviously, Siege of Terror's books 2 and 3. So I think it was the First Wall and
Lost and Damned.
Lost and Damned, yeah. Have you been listening to?
Wow.
You've listened to one of them, haven't you?
Both of them now.
You have done them both. Cool. So hopefully I can talk to you about them soon. That'd be nice.
Yeah. I think you're going to want to.
Oh, really?
There's some good bits in them.
Good.
I think you're going to prefer Lost and Damned. Personally.
Okay.
I
will
think you're pretty. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to
No.
Yes,
You,
too much.
you know, you're
But
pretty.
I think you'll like Lost and Damned. If anyone in the chat has actually listened to any of them, which have you enjoyed out of? Is there 3 of them
Obviously,
now?
no spoilers if you can avoid it, because
Yeah, don't put spoilers. But yeah, there's 3 of the Siege of Terror
yeah,
books. Was there 4?
because obviously I've listened to the Solar War, and I really,
I mean, Solar War. That is definitely my favourite of
yeah,
all of them so far.
oh really, it's still the best one
Oh yeah.
because you and me have got quite a similar taste in some, for those kind of things sometimes. So I wouldn't be surprised if that might be the same. But obviously, it does depend on the subject matter, because it might be something I prefer in my other books. But I really enjoyed Solar War.
Mm.
It's such good pacing and such a good kind of setup for the whole thing, really.
Yeah.
I don't want to go into it too much in case people watching haven't read it.
Yeah, let's not go into too many spoilers or what actually happens.
All I say is if you like your Horus Heresy stuff, or even 40k, I would definitely go and read it or listen to it. I think it's well worth the time. It's got some pretty strong characters in it and some pretty good storyline. Obviously, I would
I
hope so.
think that's I think that's what I really enjoyed about it, actually, having all the characters that you've had in the previous books. How many Black Library Horse Heresy books have there been now?
God, it must be
Loads.
yeah.
And having all these characters suddenly appear. Hello, Andy.
Hey Andy.
Paint some Blood Angels.
Ah, some Blood
Nice.
Angels, cool.
Nice. 40k or 30k?
Yeah.
Yeah, having all these characters suddenly appear and some of them meet up. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Especially in the last one, actually. Obviously, I'm not going to put any spoilers, but there's some really good bits.
Well,
And being a World Eater fan, it's good to see them all.
I didn't know you liked World Eaters, Dom.
Oh, yeah, I do. Yeah, I like
I
corn for
thought
some
they were
reason.
Blood Angels.
No, there's only one Red Angel.
What happened to him?
He got a bit angry. Got a bit carried away.
Well, you did do a Flesh Tearers army a while back, didn't you?
I did do a Flesh Terror army. I actually love my Flesh Terrors. It had some epic moments. I did sell them though, because when I collected them, there were what edition did we work it out? 3rd edition, maybe.
No, it was later than that. I think it was 4th or 5th.
Yeah, when they dresses. Nice, Andy. Yeah, they're quite cool. You've got some suppressors, haven't you?
Yeah, I've got 3 for my Templars. I find they're a really nice model actually. I didn't like them to begin with. I must say, you probably remember. I looked and went, "No, these look ridiculous." But now I've actually started sort of painted some, and sometimes I find that's quite an interesting when you paint them. You kind of change your opinion on them sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's just getting to that point of doing it.
Yeah, especially if you're not overly fond with the model
Yeah,
to
well,
start
quite.
with.
Yeah, I mean, there are models that I have done that I haven't been very fond of. I think it was obviously they got the 4 assassins, and I never really liked the Galactus. But once I painted it, I was like, actually, this isn't too bad. It's quite nice. Got a nice bit of, it's a nice looking model actually. But I mean, 40k wise, it's one of those things. I suppose you don't tend to buy models you don't like, really.
Yeah, you tend to buy them.
Yeah.
You tend to get them in the box, don't you? You get a starter box or a reinforcement box. You're like, oh yeah, it's got all them. Oh, but it's got that as well.
Well, it's like, for instance, I'm not. I like. It's like penitent engines for Sister Battle. I'm not sure I'm actually going to use them in my sister's army.
Okay.
I mean, I'd like the model, if I'm totally honest. So, both kinds of them. I kind of want to keep more to, I suppose, shooting, really, rather than combat based and charging forwards, because that's kind of how I'm going to play the Argent Shroud. I mean, obviously they do advancing and shooting, that's their kind of thing, but I don't really want to be getting in too much hand to hand with them, because I just don't think they're going to cut it. And it's not how I wanted to sort of play them anyway. Obviously, Argent Shroud are one of the main the sister, one of the orders that fight with the Templars on Hell's Reach. So that's one of my inspirations for doing this army anyway.
Yeah, I think what you should do, Tom, is invest in your Templars your sisters and your orcs, and then I just play your orcs.
Yeah,
Nobody
well,
helps
yeah.
me.
Oddly enough, me and Vicky were talking about this the other day because we had this. There's the Galactus Crusade, I think it was, which is where Crimson Fists and Templars fight together against orcs. And it was such a bloody campaign that halfway through it, the Templars painted one of their hands red, and the Crimson Fists did a knee pad with the cross on it to sort of show
Oh, that's
their
quite cool.
brotherhood in the thing, which I thought was quite sweet. So if we were to do that, I'd probably
Quite
do a
sweet.
squad up. Yeah, quite sweet. Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
brother, brother,
brother.
embrace me, brother. Hold me tight, brother.
Oh,
Oh,
good.
brother. Our armor presses against one another.
I think we're going down a very different route with the marine love there, mate.
Andy is saying he has listened to all the Horse Heresy audiobooks.
Oh wow,
The
nice.
Legion. The Legion's Alpha Legion, isn't it? With Dan Abnett.
Yeah, I've read Legion actually. Yeah, I've read Legion.
It's a bit of a hard read, I thought, to start with, but I did enjoy the different aspects compared to, like, I think you get up to Legion and it's very kind of legionary legionary kind of action kind of thing going on. Legion
kind of changes up a bit, doesn't it?
Concentrates a bit more on the Alpha Legion kind of espionage and agents, which I thought was quite a nice little mix up. But yeah, Horus Heresy in general, it's all very kind of hit and miss. I found a lot of the books.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is, I suppose the way they've got to the point now. I mean, the first three, anyone could probably pick up and read and get into them because it's a big setup. But I think when you get past that, I think maybe people would probably prefer to pick legions or storylines they'd prefer to read about rather than just going through the whole lot. I don't think that the range was I don't think the book series was intended as a massive lead up just to get to the Siege of Terror. I think it was more to introduce people's favourite legions, also background facts about the Mechanicus and all this kind of stuff. Where stuff happens and they get pulled into the war. That's kind of my take on it anyway, because there's definitely
definitely. Well, you got 18 legions with Primarchs. Each legion has like a couple. So they had characters like Khan that then you knew you were going to be in there at some point in Sigismund, but they've also introduced others from other legions that probably weren't as well known.
No.
And also they got like the whole game system as well to support. So it was, you can pick and choose. Like, for me, I really concentrated on the World Eater stuff, which I loved. But then you kind of go, oh well, I want to know a bit about the White Scars. So I think it's the Scars by Chris Wright. I'm going to guess.
I think that's
Chris
right.
Yeah. And before reading that, I knew almost nothing about the White Scars, and I was like, oh, they're quite cool. I quite like them.
Yeah.
Khan is pretty badass, kind of facing off against Mortharion.
Well, it's like I mean, obviously it's not a Horus Heresy book, is it? But the what was that recent Death Guard book you got me to read? I've forgotten the name of it now.
Yeah.
I can't remember. I know, it's really bad, isn't it? It was actually a really good book as well. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It'll come to me in a minute. How irritating. Because that was another Chris Wright book as well, wasn't it? Or was it John?
Yeah, it's quite prolific, isn't he?
Yeah, it was.
And John French does quite some good books as well,
actually. So,
but yeah, I think Horus Heresy is very hit and miss, but you do kind of take a gamble sometimes in some of the books, and it does pay off.
Yeah.
I didn't really like Mechanicum actually. No, I just couldn't find myself getting too involved in that. To be honest,
that's fair enough.
I think it was like it needs a little bit of legionary action in there, and it's just like the Imperial Fists turn up at the end and like, "Oh, we're here."
Oh yes, I remember the one you're talking about, and I agree. It was all right. It was nice to have a kind of a bit of backstory to Mars, wasn't it? Really, that was the whole thing. I think, wasn't it? But
a bit of a setup for what goes on.
But other than that, it wasn't that interesting really. But I'm really enjoying the culmination of the book series with the obviously the Siege of Terror. I think it's going to be a really good thing, and and I think once they finished it, it'll be interesting to see where they go post that series, because it's been such a big series with this for many years. It's going to be interesting to see where they take, because I think they will continue. And what I'm hoping they'll do is they'll start to pull some of these characters they've written so much about into the current 40k universe.
Yeah, well, did you read Black Legion?
I haven't read Black Legion, no.
Yeah, well, obviously there's a couple of characters from the Heresy that appear in there.
Really?
From both sides of the faction. One of your favourites will probably be in there. So this is a question to you, Tom, and anyone in chat that have read any of the Horus Heresy books. Which is your favourite book?
I know it's going to be a bit weird, but I really liked like the Galaxy and Fames and the Istvan books as well. They I like the first three. They are still by far the best ones in my opinion. It really I think they do such a good job of introducing you to this world, um, and I think they just set up such a brilliant storyline for how this great marine falls to chaos eventually, obviously through the help of certain individuals that someone here plays quite a lot of. Um, but I think
Imperial Fists had
yeah,
nothing to do with it.
yeah, and I think Horus Rising
Yes.
is stuff like that is I mean Flight of the Einstein is brilliant as well. Yeah, but I think
Yeah.
yeah, thanks for chiming in there. That's one of my most favourite ones. It also that sets up some later on stuff, for people that survive that particular journey. It's quite an
Yeah.
interesting.
It is
You
a very good book, actually. I really like that. The Death Guard element was really enjoyable. For myself, I'm going to go with either First Heretic or Betrayer. Both have got obviously obvious themes there, which Legion. Um, but First Heretic, because essentially, like you're saying about the first couple of books, First Heretic takes them and puts it into one book, and you could get away with just reading that and getting the whole gist
Oh
of what's
really?
going on.
See, I haven't
Yeah,
read First Edge. I know you've said it should be one I should definitely
yeah,
pick up, and I probably will do.
yeah. So it starts off at with the humbling of the word bearers. Obviously, they love building churches, and the emperor's like, "Look, stop building churches. You need to put some hospitals, some schools, some accommodation. Stop with churches. They're good for anyone."
And who's this
And
guy you're praying to? Hang on a
yeah,
minute.
yeah. Hey, he looks familiar. His chiseled features. And it goes all the way up to past Istvan.
Yeah.
So yeah, it covers everything. It's like the background kind of thing going on.
No, that's cool. And obviously, Andy said in there he's Descent of Angels was a complete change of pace. If I'm
Which
telling you
one was
honest,
Descent of Angels? Is that the
that's
Dark
the
Angel
Dark
or
Angel.
the Blood Angel?
They both were, weren't they? They're both about Dark Angels, weren't they? I'm
Yeah,
sure.
there was a Blood Angel one. I can't think what that
Oh
was
no, I
called.
think that
Hmm.
was. Yeah,
I
I'm
think
trying to
Descent
think.
of Angels was Dark Angels.
I think it was, and I
I
remember.
know.
I remember I had trouble with that one. I really did. That's actually
Yeah.
one of the ones I read before I switched over to pretty much audiobooks exclusively. Um, and I found it a tough slog to read. Actually, I think if I remember correctly, it didn't or to it just didn't really. But then I'm not really a Dark Angels player, so
Mm.
or fan. It's not a Legion I've been that interested in. So there's probably again this is what I was talking about. There's books for everyone, but not necessarily ones that you'll like. As well. It's you can't really just pick up any
Yeah.
of them and expect to enjoy all of them.
Yeah. No, definitely. Yeah, you're right. I mean, the Dark Angel one, like they were a bit of a slog. I know some of it I did find interesting, like the culture of Caliban. But it was hard going. I think a lot of these books, if they don't feature bolter porn, you're pretty much, it can be a bit of a slog.
Now, if you want that, I think you go to the old Beast series, don't you? That's pretty good for that.
Mm.
Lots of action in them. I must admit, I did enjoy the first couple of books for that, but I'm probably not going to get any more from that because it got a bit. To me, it was a bit like, you know,
Bit
bit
continuous,
continuous, and it's not.
monotonous.
I like to have a kind of. I do like long stories, but I think they have to be an epic saga, and I do feel that I think that the Horus Heresy lends itself to that quite nicely. It's made it. Do you know what I think it is though with the Horus Heresy? I think it's because I know what the ending is.
Yeah,
It's the
yeah,
journey that you're going on to get there. I think it's the most interesting bit.
yeah. Even as a word bearer player, when the Erebus turns up, you're like, Horus, don't listen to him. He's talking shit.
I know where this is going.
Yeah, don't. He's a cheeky one, old Erebus.
Yeah. Oh God, Erebus. Jesus. Oh yeah. But but it's it's the same way with the playing Horus Heresy tabletop. I don't think that's for me anymore now, not unless they change the rule set.
Yeah, they're going to change it.
But
Oh, Andy's got a question. Which book has the Blood Angels fighting the tyranny type creatures? I think that was Horus Rising.
Oh, that was the Arachnids, wasn't it?
Yeah, on Planet Murder.
Mega Arachnids, yeah.
Yeah, it was Murder, wasn't it? The planet.
Yeah, that's right, Planet Murder. Yeah, because
wow.
I think it was Horus Rising. I'm pretty sure it was actually. I think you're right.
Did they name it Planet Murder before all the Blood Angels got killed, or after all the Blood Angels?
I don't know. It was kind of when you listen to it, it's kind of read from the purpose of someone telling back the story, isn't it?
Oh, is it? Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
But that
I think honestly, if it's called Murder, even you'd be a bit more cautious.
That's when the Emperor's children come down to.
Yeah, and Lucius picks up the little sword, or the claw, doesn't he? I think.
Yes, and he's like, "What are you using that?" So, well, it's a good weapon. Is what he should have said. Oh, Lucius, such a cheeky little chap.
Yeah, a lot of Blood Angels died on that planet.
Yeah, I don't think they enjoyed that planet too much. It wasn't their top 10 hits.
No. I'm quite happy to talk about heresy for ages, actually.
Oh, I know. It's a really good topic. To be honest, it's such a because it's like I said, it's not just about the heresy. It's just the way it happens. There's so many tangents it went off on to get to the point it did.
Yeah, and I think you kind of look at it now as from a 40k point of view, and you kind of think, "God, geez, they definitely took a few steps back, didn't they, after the heresy?"
Yes. I think they they're like, "Oh, should we do this?" Oh no, that you know where that goes. You do. And the Emperor definitely took a few steps back.
Yeah.
Into his throne.
Yeah, he did.
What was the one? There's one other book, wasn't there, where it focused on the custodes training session, trying to sneak into the palace.
Yeah, I think that was a short story.
Wasn't it? Yeah, I like that as well. That was quite an interesting one.
Blood Games, isn't it?
Yes, that's right, because it was in the
and one of the custodes kind of.
Oh, was that Tales of the Heresy, the book?
Yeah. When the custodes essentially goes undercover and has to try and assassinate the Emperor.
Yeah, that was quite interesting. But again, there's so many angles that you can go on it. It's fantastic. But what about current 40k books? Or anything pick your fancy out of them, or that you've heard recently?
At some point, I want to pick up the Gaunt's Ghost series again. To be honest.
Oh yeah.
Because I absolutely love those books. I think what was the last one I was on?
I still remember very fondly when you lent me them. Actually, when I was living with you, that was a long time ago now. But I still remember you lent me a couple of the books. I was like, oh, these are fantastic. I was like, it's the first ones I've really read. I'm just actually putting up my Audible collection here because I was just trying to remember the last thing I listened to on here was probably Pandarax.
Yeah.
Which is a Grey Knight-y kind of thing with chaos. That was quite good. What's this here? What's going to happen with the Death Guard Psychic Awakening? Well, that's an interesting one. Death Guard Psychic Awakening. I must admit, I have no idea what they're going to do with it. Because I must admit, obviously I know Andy plays Death Guard. And having now, and obviously I play it now as well with the smaller army at the moment. I don't know what they're going to do with it because I've always thought that Death Guard were quite strong from a codex point of view. I wouldn't say they're the weakest codex, although you do have to play them in quite a specific way.
I think it's quite hard at Death Guard. I think they've almost painted themselves into a corner. With obviously they've released so many models compared to like Thousand Suns, for instance. Thousand Suns in comparison to Death Guard have got a very small range.
Yeah.
Death Guard also got quite a large range of models, and I don't know really what they're going to be able to do because we've got a few special characters, we've got several troop choices, they've got a lot of stuff. It'd be quite interesting if they decided to implement a bigger unit into their codex, a bit like I Thousand Suns obviously have the Vortex beast.
Maybe small demon style units it would be quite interesting, I thought.
Mm.
But to be fair, with Death Guard, there's so many things they can corrupt and turn into ridiculous things. It's like it's one of their things that they can do quite easily. I still remember.
Yeah, I mean the model range is brilliant, isn't it? Really. Yeah, no, Andy's right. Yeah, Plague Marines need to be an auto include.
Yep, I agree with that.
But obviously, I think that's just the way a lot of people play, especially for the meta. It's the same for Chaos Space Marines. If you're going to an event, most people just go Colts. They don't tend to go Chaos Space Marines because they're just cheap and you can spend your points elsewhere. And yet Plague Marines suffer, and same I think with Rubric Marines to a degree. They still suffer the same situation.
Although Rubric Marines are quite tough.
Well, it's like Plague Marines, aren't they?
Well, no, but don't Rubrics get the minus damage hit on anything on lower?
They've got a save modifier, yeah, so the save changes how it goes.
Which I personally think is probably a bit more powerful than the Death Guard's obviously disgustingly resilient, because obviously you're preventing it happening rather than after the fact. That's all as dust rule. That's the one, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah,
all as dust.
2 wounds, I think I would agree on Plague Marines, actually. I'd actually agree there should be 2 wounds.
Yeah, possibly. I think what you might see is they might just introduce more powerful relics or warlord traits into Psychic Awakening, because they don't tend to add that many new units or change the rules. It'll
be a stratagem or something. Like for instance, like the Veteran and Intercessors one, the Space Marines got, where you made your intercessors more powerful by having more attack, more attacks and stuff. Maybe they'll do something similar for the Death Guard, where you upgrade them to really bad Plague Marines. I don't know. That's a really bad thing. I don't know. But so maybe they have more wounds or more toughness. It's
like a chosen squad kind of thing.
Although toughness, in my opinion, isn't really. Once you get over toughness 4. When you go 5, you're pretty protected from a lot of weapons.
There's no difference to toughness 6, really, is there?
Exactly. It's
not going to make any difference whatsoever.
No. Which is an interesting thing about stats nowadays, because I remember when you used to always try, toughness 6 is going to make it really difficult for people to hurt me, But they're like, I've got 5, that's good enough. Because you're only really worrying about strength 10 weaponry then, aren't you?
Well, the only thing that toughness 6 would really affect is when you're playing against guard with lasguns.
True.
You'd be wounding on 6s. I mean, it's a bit of an inconvenience, but then guard will bring you battle cannons.
Yeah. It's not like the Lady Lasgun is the anything.
Pew, 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 pew. Oh, this isn't working. Yet Terry just fire on that.
That guy over there.
Pass everywhere.
It's always Terry with you, though, isn't it? Poor old Terry.
Yeah, no, it's pretty good. Terry's in the tank.
Terry's tank.
What about anyone else in the chat? Is there anything else you want to see for Death Guard?
Yeah, or any other armies that you're interested in for Psychic Awakening that haven't maybe dropped yet?
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Well, Montari is a bit of an interesting one, isn't it? So, I mean, he's so powerful in some ways and so bad in others. It's tough to but it's tough to justify to make him less easy to kill, because then he becomes a big problem. I think it's
a bit of a tough one with Primarchs in general, especially Mortarian. Like you want to take him because he's a big, awesome, intimidating model. The problem is he's also a big, awesome, intimidating target, and if you don't get first turn, he's literally going to get destroyed. Like if you played against him before, you know who you've got to target. You're like, it's him, get him.
That guy with the massive wings.
Yeah, I think that's the problem. Like with obviously with Magnus as well.
Yeah.
So you have to go along those lines of like target him, kill him, done. Maybe it's a good way of maybe casting off wounds.
So I just read Dave's comment there. He's obviously still waiting on his book.
What's that? Oh, Saga of the Beast.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully, if they open up their warehouses, they'll be.
I've actually not to disappoint you. I actually have the book now.
Do you? Oh, you got the digital copy.
I bought the digital copy off Black Library, actually. Yes, because obviously I was playing that Orc game the other day, and I wanted to try out some of the cultures, the subcultures. So, which I would add was quite good if one day some of my cans might get in combat to use it. For anyone who watched that game, that was very painful for me to play. from a point of view of like, oh look, more dead stuff. Oh, a Leviathan! Ah! Vicky's probably in the other room going, "You didn't say that when we were playing."
Yeah, you want to do that? Oh no!
Yeah, but no, I quite like the Saga of the Beast book. I think it was quite a nice one. I think I want to try out some more of the orc stuff, especially the stratagem and things. But I do need to expand my orc army out a bit more to sort of take advantage of a lot of the things that are in there. Because there's quite a few additions for the buggies stratagems. So, and I don't have any buggies, but I might invest in some soon. I think.
But yeah, that kind of goes kind of hand in hand with kind of the issue with Mortarion, though. Like you want to take him because he's a big bad guy, and maybe it fits your narrative to have Mortarion, but then necessarily in a tournament game, it's a massive gamble. Like you definitely don't make him your warlord, although in narrative sense, you want him. He is your warlord. he's
Yes.
your Primarch.
I mean, that used to be a thing, didn't it? Actually, when you had certain named characters, they had to be your warlord, didn't they?
Yeah, some of them did. Yeah, I think like Fracker
Yeah, I mean,
had to be your warlord.
Yeah. I don't really see Thraka sort of going, "Oh, yeah, okay, mate, you've got this."
Oh, you're in charge. Oh, okay, weird boy.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
you can do
Yeah,
that.
you can do this. Yeah.
I'll step aside.
Don't mind my claw in your face. Oh dear. But yeah, I think I mean, I'm hoping to see some interesting stuff in the Psycho. I mean, I found most Psycho Awakening books pretty interesting. I mean, obviously, I really like the Faith and Fury one for Templars, and obviously you had the same one. I don't think you were as enthused about the stuff you got in it as I was.
I tell you what I do like about the Faith and Fury book, and you can also get all from the word bearer and also from the world eater point of view, is that the stratagems you do have, some of them are pretty good, pretty punchy, and they're also very cheap to play at one command point in your.
Yeah.
Like, so, for instance, like in the Chaos Spaceman Codex, you've got Fury of Khorne, which lets you fight again, and it's something like 2 or 3 command points. And
That's quite expensive.
It is. Chaos are very kind of command point hungry. And so to spend that, it's just, oh gosh. You're not guaranteed anything, really.
Just get your brigade, mate.
Yeah.
Come on, we know you can do a brigade.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I probably could do a brigade.
Greater good, will anyone use the 8? I don't know. I suppose it depends on what benefit they give, really.
I think our friend Gavin was saying he'd like to try and use the 8.
I like the idea
you've
of
got
that
a
kind of
Tau
stuff.
army, Tom.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I could. I mean, I don't know really. I haven't really chosen what set I'm going to do yet either. I don't know. It's we've just been doing the colour schemes, so that's pretty much what we've been working on, myself and Vicky. We've actually got a couple of painting models. I'm going to hopefully do a video in a few days, actually, just showing what we've done so far. We did, but yeah, we've gone with a kind of a blue, white, and grey, black in places, and some silver, which I think was turned out all right actually. But we've got to start cracking on the foot sloggers soon. We've done a couple of vehicles, and I've done a little test model on one of the Pathfinders, just to see how the scheme we were looking would look on there. And that came out all right. It's just a question of refining a little bit. It's quite hard picking a whole new scheme, especially for an army you don't really understand.
Yeah.
I know that shouldn't really make a difference to how you paint it, but for me, understanding an army is crucial to kind of help you pick how you paint and play it. Really, it's a weird one, something that I feel anyway. Yeah. Wait, get some black on here.
So is anyone else doing any hobby out there? Obviously, Andy's painting his Blood Angels, his suppressors.
Interesting to see
I'm still working through my murder of Bloodletters. I think Dave Holland is probably working on his Space Wolves, painting them away.
Dave, post a progress picture. No? Alright, fair enough.
Yeah, if anyone's out there, you're working on some models at the moment, put a little comment in there.
Yeah, and if you don't want to drop them in here, feel free to back them on the Facebook page, obviously. Always grateful for any kind of hobby progress, but also we're more than happy to put them up normally. Because like to show off other people's work as well. So.
Tom,
Hmm.
Instagram.
Yes.
Did you see my post on Instagram earlier?
Are you talking about the hedge one, or the
No,
other one that you
the
mentioned
toilets
earlier, the
one.
toilet one? No, I haven't seen it yet. What is this post? Or should I
Well,
look it up?
you should look it up. I'll explain because some people obviously won't have Instagram.
Fine.
There is a picture of 4 models.
Ah.
Each of those is pointing. And the question is, which one of these 4 would you trust to point you in the right direction if you were caught short out in public? Have a look. See which one you fancy. Someone's doing some 30k world eaters.
I will hope you're not going to murder your name. Is the John Stoner? John Stoner? No, about that. But yeah, good evening to you. I'm glad to hear you're working on some 30k stuff.
Love the blogger.
Especially world eaters, although I mean, there are other armies out there. Just saying.
Literally, as you said that, bloodletter's just jumped all over me.
Don't be tempted. Don't be tempted. we're the best.
What is he doing?
That's right. We understand that people are paying. It's quite hard to just drop a chat in. Yeah, we're just curious who's out there watching, really. So it's always nice to sort of engage with the audience. So, because we like to hear what people think of what we're doing and stuff as well. It's always interesting. But oil washing 30k World Eaters Storm Eagle sounds fun to me.
Oof. Yeah, it's always mucky, isn't it? So I've got 30. Yeah, he knows his our army. Corner wavelength.
Where's the loyalist tonight? Come on.
Well, there is a Blood Angel player out there.
Oh, this is true. We got
And Space Wolf player. There's 2 of them.
Oh, okay. I've been foiled with what my argument.
I mean, like against one World Eater player, my money's on the World Eater.
Not even if the Templars are involved. I don't know, mate. But
Well, look, I've got my Murder of Bloodletters here.
Well, they're
21 of them painted now.
Well, actually, fully finished or?
No.
Right,
no. Well, the scheme I use for these, Tom, is the red, obviously.
The red, obviously, and some more red.
Red. Yeah, they don't really pick up very well. But you put the corn red on. You do the sword, the blade, and the horns.
Yeah.
And then with the red, all you do is wash it and then dry brush it and add a couple of little bits in there. Do the eyes. So once the red's done, that's most of it. Well, they are naked, so they've got no clothing or armor to worry about.
Oh dear. Well, just because I know we were doing an hour, and obviously that's just approaching. I've just been checking on my timer over here. Just want to say, I mean, obviously, hopefully our plan is to do another one of these live ones, maybe same time next week, perhaps. Don't know if that suits you, Dom.
Yeah, sounds good. If everyone meets up, in a week's time, and bring some brushes and clippers, and we'll carry on doing some hobby together.
What would be interesting is if, obviously, when you guys finish watching this, if there's anything you want us to actually have a chat about, maybe on the video, maybe drop a couple of comments on some stuff that maybe you would like us to discuss. Because it's always interesting to get a bit of input and to sort of go through some stuff that maybe you guys want to hear about. Perhaps do a bit of research as well, in all seriousness, even if we're not that fluent on the subject. So, Deathwatch, well,
I like Deathwatch.
Yes. Do you know what though? Speaking of Deathwatch, the new rules a month in White Dwarf, there is another channel that have recently done a video which highlights these particular rules, and I think if you're interested in playing them, you should probably go and watch it.
What channel was that, Tom?
That was Tabletop Tactics. It's on their preview one, but they've actually just done a video using the new Deathwatch rules from White Dwarf, and actually they were interestingly powerful.
I tell you who else would be quite good to tune in on. I don't know if they've done it already, but Forge the Narrative podcast. They will most probably do a review at some point and go through the highlights. And if you like your podcasts, definitely check them out. They're a really good channel. We've got no affiliate kind of thing going on with them.
No, we just literally just stuff
definitely
we watch
really
stuff as well.
stuff.
You know, we watch stuff as well and listen to stuff. You know, and as much as we like to big up our channel, it's always quite the stuff we listen to, which we know is better and also more interesting sometimes in certain subjects. So, I'm sorry. Okay, sorry, Dom. We are the best channel in the world.
We had the discussion before we came on where we don't admit there's better channels out there.
I'm sorry, I've let us down again.
I'll get used to it.
Cancel the whole stream. We'll start again. I've wasted an hour of my life on this.
It's a very censored version.
It's quite funny because at the moment I can hear my voice in the other room as well because Vicky's obviously streaming this on the telly. So I'm going to hear myself shout in a minute. I'm sure it won't be that loud. I hope no one's ears got blown off. I have to dial my mic volume down, maybe. Yeah. Right, well, you say we're probably about there, mate, for tonight.
Yeah.
Sorry we have to go because we're just sort of getting warmed up, but it's been enjoyable to chat to a couple of you guys there. So, but yeah, we'll try for 8 o'clock next week, maybe on Tuesday.
Yeah. So if you're in the UK, 8 o'clock. If not, work out and see what time it is in your area. But this would be great, guys. We can all meet up next week, have a little chat and hobby together.
Yeah.
You can hear our sexy tones if we take the mick out of each other and talk hobby.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll warm up more to taking the mix scene as well because we're just taking it easy at the moment, right?
Yeah. I mean, there's so much to pick from.
Yeah, I know for both of us. Don't be modest.
Yeah, I've got so many flaws.
But in all seriousness, thank you everyone for watching tonight, and we hope you can join us next time. And this is Tom from Black Toad Studio, and with me,
and Dom.
So take care, everyone, and stay safe. See you soon.
Awesome.